Welcome to this edition of Around the ECHL, brought to you by TRU by Hilton. Hey, fans, the Americans are back home this Sunday, December 5th at 2:05 against the Rapid City Rush. Get your tickets right now at the all-new AllenAmericans.com, or you can call us during business hours, 972-912-1000. We're coming right back with our special guest, Mrs. Valerie Webster, recently married, name change, of course, formerly with the ECHL front office, and now the Vice President of Business Operations for the Rapid City Rush. She joined us coming up next around the ECHL. Welcome back to another edition of Around the ECHL, brought to you each week by TRU by Hilton. Hey, if you're traveling to Allen for a game this season and need a place to stay, look no further than TRU by Hilton. They're only a mile from the arena. They're pet friendly, and of course, they're the official host hotel of your Allen Americans. As a matter of fact, that's where the Rapid City Rush will be staying this week when they come to town. And that beautiful face you see on screen is a good friend for a long time. I'm still getting used to the name change. Now, Valerie Webster, head of business operations. Is that like maybe your official title, VP of business operations for the Rush?
Yep, VP of business operations is the official title. That's what the business card says. So,
but we know that you do much more than that. I mean, in this level of hockey, Val, I mean, you're doing everything. You know, you're chipping in and helping out. I know our president this year, he's actually been the mascot once or twice out at events. So you do every different role at this level.
Yeah, I think that's, one of the best parts about working at the ECHL level is that you get exposed to so many different areas of the business. And, it sounds so cliche to say, but really no 2 days are the same, because you could be heavy working in sponsorships one day, but then you're helping plan community events or team appearances or game operations, anything like that. Or, of course, everyone focuses on ticket sales, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's one of the coolest parts of working at this level. And I've said that since I started in this league, is that you get exposed to so much. And I think that's a really valuable thing.
And the thing about Val that you don't know, or you might already know, before she took on this big role with the Rapid City Rush, she was in the front office of the ECHL, working with great people like Brian, my buddy Joe Babick and Joe Ernst, and you name it.
Ryan Creelan.
Yep.
Everyone.
Did I mention Natalie?
Yep, Natalie.
Yeah.
Rich.
So it's good to see. It's good to see Brian Mckenna, working with the team again. He's obviously going to do a great job, with the team already is with the team in Iowa, and exciting to see him. I wonder for him what it's like after being, at the head of the Mount Rushmore, if I can use a Rush terminology there. What it's like being, the head honcho there in Iowa.
That's not to go off on a tangent, but that's a good idea for the league. We should let them know, like, who would be on the Mount Rushmore of the ECHL.
Absolutely.
You guys are welcome at the league office for the idea that just came out of Tommy and I's conversation. But
yep.
It must be super interesting. I was thrilled when I saw the announcement and when I saw his name to the team side, and just super excited that he is back in the league. He and current commissioner Ryan Creelan really gave me my shot in the league and my chance to get to roles like this. So I'm forever indebted to both of them. But yeah, it must be an interesting transition. He was on the team side for so long in the NHL, the AHL, and then the ECHL before he became the commissioner. So to go back to the team side after being at the league for so long, it must be a super interesting transition.
What would you say was the biggest thing you took away from your time with the league that you brought to the Rapid City Rush?
That's a tough question. Man, you're really putting me on the spot here.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, I said I'm not going to put you on the spot, but you did okay. So much, Val. I mean,
I have a couple of things that come to mind quickly. I think one of the things that I always try to remember here, and really it was from day one at the league, was that at its core, ECHL hockey should be community assets and community entertainment. And the hockey side is obviously very, very important as a developmental league to the AHL and then the NHL. But just as equally as important is the reminder for all of us teams to realize our place as a community asset. We have to be good community partners to the markets that we work in. We have to support this community if we expect them to support our team. So I think that is definitely one of the things that kind of stuck with me from the league side, that I try to keep in mind here and remind our staff. Another thing, and again, I sound like I'm just being paid by Brian and Ryan for this, which I promise I'm not, but just no task is too small for anyone to do. And, I saw that from Brian and Ryan. They would always, they never asked any of us to do anything they wouldn't do themselves or hadn't done themselves. And I see that now through our team president, Todd Mackin, who oversees the Rush and the Swamp Rabbits. He's so involved with the teams and does so much that, it just really inspires you. And I've been inspired by all those men to just, no job is too big or too small. And it takes all of us to be a success.
When you live in the red, that means you do what you do at full throttle. Wide open, 100% Texas tough. That's Allen Americans Pro Hockey. Come and experience the fast action of Americans Championship Hockey this weekend.
The Americans host the Rapid City Rush this Sunday at 2:05. For tickets, go to AllenAmericans.com. Americans Hockey, presented by Advocacy Behavior Consulting.
Allen Americans Pro Hockey. Live in the red.
And I was gonna go there and talk about Todd. I've known Todd for a long time, obviously going back to his days in Kansas City. Jared Reed as well. Consider both those guys good friends. I've been able to break bread and have a beer or two with them at some of the great places there in the Black Hills of South Dakota. But that's where things really change when you came in, when Jared came in, when Todd came in. I remember hearing from some of the people that were there in the past saying, oh man, we need an overhaul here. We need to bring the excitement of Rush hockey back to to the Black Hills in this area, which is a great area, by the way. I mentioned to you off camera and off video, one of my favorite spots on the ECHL tour. So how did you do when you come into a new place like that and you got some work to do to kind of get the fans excited again about coming to the games? Obviously hot promotions. Where did you start?
So, Todd took over the team, I think in March of 2019, and then Jared came out in May. And then I was the late arriver in August. So they did a lot of heavy lifting, to their credit, before I was even here, that I can't even say I was a part of. But I think once I joined the team too, I think we all just first really try to have some open conversations. That's with season ticket holders, that's with partners, that's with community leaders. Like you alluded to, Rush hockey is something that this town takes pride in. And we're thrilled to be the professional hockey team of the Black Hills. And for the last few years before some of us joined the team, it didn't feel that way when you were in the arena. Tommy, you could probably attest to that when you came here for road trips.
Sure.
So it was having some open conversations and really doing some self-examination on the Rush and figuring out, what have we been doing the last few years that has not been going right, and how can we correct these things? And then I think part of it goes back to kind of, what I was saying earlier about one of the things I took from the league is that, at its core, we are a community asset, and we need to be part of this community. We need to be present at community events. We need to have our staff present. We need to have our players present, especially in a small by ECHL standards city like Rapid City, where it's just such a tight knit community. And people want to support our team and they want to get behind our organization. But part of that is us being part of this community and being community facing first. So we really tried to, get our emphasis back to being part of that community, whether it's initiatives with the local military base, whether it's local kid facing initiatives. We've got our teddy bear toss, which is a great staple of minor league hockey, coming up this weekend, next weekend. Whether it's, getting back into the schools and reading to kids, or doing, coming to their gym classes and having our players teach them floor hockey. All things like that were some things that we felt that we had gone away from. And we really wanted to get back to that and figure out how really we could impact this community in the Black Hills.
This is Valerie Webster. She is the Vice President of Business Operations for the Rapid City Rush, longtime friend and one of the great leaders that we have in this league. So you talked earlier about, just coming back kind of from COVID and kind of establishing again hockey, hopefully as we'll get back to someday as normal. But, I think everybody's taken a big step this year to return to normal. Season ticket holders, such a big part of it. I know here in Allen, we appreciate those people because, hey, let's be honest, without those are your bread and butter. Those are the people that that you can count on because you can have the best hockey team in the world. And if you don't have people in the building, it's not going to matter. You're going to close your doors because you need that support. So what are some of the things that you guys have done to take care of your season ticket holders, to make them feel special, to kind of let them know that, they're important VIPs?
Yeah, for sure. So I think, I think across the league, you see some of the standard things that are included as added value for season ticket memberships. So obviously discount on tickets, discount on merchandise, discount on concessions where applicable. So certainly things like that. We do a couple different gifts throughout the season to our season ticket holders. And we work with we work on things that we think people are going to get excited about and people are going to really, want to have as part of their collection, whether it's tote bags, blankets, pint glasses. We did some really cool, and I don't think I have one in my office, but we did these really cool challenge coins this year. So if you've ever seen like military gives out challenge coins, we did a really cool rush one. So credit to Jared and his team for the ideas on that and kind of developing those relationships. And then, we do some exclusive events for season ticket holders like this season. It was just such an amazing start to the year. Last year, like you said, with COVID, it was just such a restricted year. We couldn't do a lot of things. But so when we had our season ticket holder banquet to kick off the season this year, I mean, we had, I would say 800 or 900 people who came out to that at least. And it was just really tremendous to see the community support and see people back and excited about the season. And, they want to get to know the players. They want to meet them. So I think it's specific events. I think it's specific perks. And again, I think it goes back to those conversations and getting to know those people and those relationships. So many of the season ticket holders I've gotten to know really well. And this is coming from someone who maybe doesn't work on the ticket side from day to day of the business, but just those people really are, like you said, your bread and butter, and they are essential to our support, and they're essential to our success, and their support is just absolutely crucial. So we try, as many ways as we can to make sure that they know that.
The Allen Americans are North Texas's pro hockey team. 4 championships in the last 9 years. The Red is back on the ice at 100% capacity this season. Free parking, fast action, and great seats available now at AllenAmericans.com.
The Americans host the Rapid City Rush this Sunday at 2:05. For tickets, go to AllenAmericans.com. Americans Hockey, presented by Advocacy Behavior Consulting.
Allen Americans Pro Hockey. Live in the red.
You guys had a great event a couple of weeks ago on a Saturday. We were in town, and so I was able to catch the beginning of that on Flow Hockey TV. Why don't you tell everybody what you guys did?
Yeah, so thanks for bringing that up. And so we did a Dances with Wolves night honoring Native American heritage. So as many people might know, the Dances with Wolves movie, a lot of it was filmed here in the Black Hills. And November is Native American Heritage Month. And there is a strong Native American community in and around the Black Hills. So having a night to kind of dedicate to them, to honor them, and to to feature them really has something that our team has been working on for quite a few years now. It started really, it started 2 years ago, I would say, with conversations about planning this game. But what that looked like from our end was a number of different things. First, on Thursday of the game week, we had a local Native American leader come in and speak to the team in the front office. Oh, wow. And that was purely a conversation and an education piece. I think, again, ECHL is a developmental league. And that's developing people on and off the ice. And that's, for the players, getting them certainly to be better hockey players, but developing them as young men as well. And that goes for our staff too, is we want to develop them in their positions and hopefully get them to where they want to be professionally, but developing them as adults and professionals too. So we started with some education and an open conversation with that local leader. And then we brought in actor Graham Greene from the movie, who is a Canadian gentleman, and he came in to be one of our special guests for the weekend. And then we also brought back our old Rush captain, Winston Daychief, who is very well, I'm sure you remember him. I remember him from when I was at the league. I wasn't here when he played here, but very well respected and very well loved here in the community. So we had them as, part of our night and some featured guests for our night. We did meet and greets with them. We wore specialty jerseys that we designed in conjunction with some local Native leaders. We really wanted to pay tribute to the community and make sure that we were doing things appropriately and fairly to honor their culture. So we had some leaders who were really crucial to helping us be successful in that. We started off the game with a blessing of the grounds by a local Native leader as well. And then we had a drum group perform the Lakota flag song, which was just fantastic. We had the U.S. national anthem was sung in Lakota to start the game. And then first intermission, we did a jersey presentation with Graham Greene. And then we also had a performance from some fancy dancers who are just really locally and I believe nationally well known for their performances. So again, we just tried to use the movie as one of the guidelines for the night. Obviously, we had some clips from the movie in there, and having Graham part of the night was super powerful for our community, and people loved seeing him. But really, just to showcase the Native culture and and hopefully educate not only just our staff and our team too, but hopefully some fans and maybe some people who tune in to watch the game. It was just a special weekend for us and a special community effort, and it's just the start of what's to come. We hope to do a Native American Heritage game every season moving forward.
If you were selling Rapid City Rush hockey to a group of people that had never been to a game, but were kind of casual hockey fans, what would be your selling point?
That's a tough one. I mean, the selling point for a kind of casual fans, I guess I would say, number one, it's just an amazing atmosphere to come out and enjoy a great, affordable night out with family, friends, whatever the group is. But on top of that, you're going to see some fantastic, very talented, very skilled hockey. And I've been to not as many rinks as you have, but I've been to a fair number of rinks in this league, and I would put our building up against anyone. It is a great place to watch a game. There's not a bad seat in the arena. And it gets loud in there. The atmosphere is fantastic. So if you're a casual sports fan or not, but you just like to have fun, which hopefully any group would want, I don't think there's a better activity for an evening night out in Rapid City than Rapid City Rush hockey.
And your mascot's good. I remember a couple of years ago, we were there around Halloween, and your mascot was throwing candy at me. And he was throwing Tootsie Rolls. I said, look, man, if you're going to throw candy at me, which I love, where the heck are the Butterfingers? Where are the Kit Kat bars? But no, you're right, Val. I mean, your building is, when it's packed, and I'm telling you, I've noticed a lot just watching, some games on Flow Hockey TV. The fans are back. They're loud. They're all in their Rush jerseys. It's one of my favorite places to go on the ECHL tour. And good people, from, I'm not sure if he's still there because I haven't been there in a couple of years, but John, one of your head off-ice officials who, obviously you got to know pretty well, the security guys back in the back, that when you come in, every time they always ask me, hey, what kind of a mood is your coach in tonight or something? They're just good people. And you know what, that's what it's all about. We're one big family. I don't care if you're in Newfoundland or you're in Rapid City or in Allen or you're in Norfolk or wherever, you name it, one of the spots on the tour. It's just a great place to be. And this is a training ground. And obviously you have trained your staff well there because things are looking up in South Dakota.
Thanks for that. We appreciate that. We still got a lot of work cut out for us, but we're very grateful for the community support and looking forward to how the rest of the season goes.
Absolutely. And hopefully sooner than later, I'll get a chance to see you.
Yes, hopefully.
Married life now, just in 30 seconds, sum it up. Everything you expected?
It's a lot of the same as engaged life was, but it's been great thus far. And I'm thankful to be, in the same physical location as my husband for the most part after doing long distance for quite a while. So grateful for that. But yeah, it's been fantastic.
Hey, Americans fans, download the free Americans Game Day app today in the iOS App Store or Google Play and be a part of the in-game experience on game night here at the Rink of the Red. Well, Valerie, I almost said it, Valerie Webster, I had to bite my tongue, the VP of Operations for the Rapid City Rush, kind enough to join us here. If I don't see you before, have a fabulous Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we'll see. Yeah, absolutely. Big weekend coming up with the Rapid City Rush. So long, Val. Thanks for doing this.
All right. Thank you.
If you're looking for a great night out with your friends or family or coworkers, get over to Allen and enjoy America's Pro Hockey. We're North Texas's team that won 4 championships over the last 9 years. Free parking, great seats, and a party that'll make you want to keep coming back again and again.
The Americans host the Rapid City Rush this Sunday at 2:05. For tickets, go to AllenAmericans.com. Americans Hockey, presented by Advocacy Behavior Consulting.
Allen Americans Pro Hockey. Live in the red.